So tonight we have a sample of J. Rieger Extra Fine Kansas City Whiskey. Is non-age stated, but I did some research, and this is a blend of uh, straight bourbon, light corn, and straight rye whiskey. And what makes it a Kansas City whiskey is it is also they add up to 2.5% of sherry, and the sherry that they use is an Oloroso from Williams and Humbert Bodega in Jerez, Spain. Um, that Kansas City whiskey is an actual TTB designation, so that's the only thing that they can add to it and still be within the law. Um, it's a style that so the J Rieger is Jacob Rieger. He was a uh, immigrant that came and moved into Kansas and started up a distillery back in the late 1800s. Uh, the distillery shut down after Prohibition, and in the about the mid 20 teens, um, a, his great grandson revived the distillery. And because that was a style that was popular back then, actually back before the Bottled in Bond Act kind of put an end to a lot of that because everybody wanted just straight whiskey. Um, but they have revived that style, and it is officially recognized by the TTB. So this, like I said, this is a blend of straight whiskeys and just a little bit of Oloroso sherry. Um, this sample comes from my friend Matt. Uh, what, what's interesting is just last month, my dad actually went up and did a tour at that distillery, and then my friend found this at the Total Wine there and more. So hmm, that's interesting. I don't know what I'm smelling. Like it's it smells like bourbon or a rye, but it there's something else, and that's going to be that sherry. And but I can't pick that out directly because I've never had sherry by itself. I've had a lot of stuff finished in sherry. I don't know. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Mm, that's very like a dark, dense fruit, like like a fruit filling. Um, it's really not very sweet. There's like a fruity honey note to it, and I'm going to assume that comes from that sherry influence. That's good. It's got some good legs on it. This is 92 proof. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Um, that finish sticks around. Um, what is that? I don't really get any oak on it. Um, it doesn't taste like any bourbon I've ever had. Um, but it's not like Scotch, and it's not like rye. I don't know. There's a hint of rye spice to it. It is just it's like it's I don't know, it's just like some type of fruit pie filling that's just dense, dark. Think plums, maybe some cherry. Um, it's really good. I mean, that is amazing. That's very interesting. So now I'm gonna have to pour a little bit more because I got to think about this. I brought my daughter home from college today, so they're back there. So now the dogs are all stirred up. Plus, we got another dog, not her. Um, you see a big white that there she went. You can kind of see it. See that white one? That's our new dog. She's deaf. She's a Australian Shepherd that is a she was a double merle, which means two merle coated Aussies were bred, and now that creates defects. So she's deaf and she's not blind, but she does struggle with some depth perception. She will run into shit. So now, uh, I've been thinking about how I'm going to start scoring stuff because I've had people ask about um, giving it a score, or kind of rate it like a 1 through 10 or whatever. And so I'm kind of going to, uh, my friend David from the Everyday Poor, I'm kind of playing off of his. But the way I'm going to start scoring stuff is y'all hear me refer to good, gooder, and goodest and all that. So uh, each category, I got nose, palate, finish, and value. Excuse me. And each category, uh, each of the nose, palate, and finish is going to be worth 3 points apiece. Value is worth 1 total point. That gives me a scale of 10. So now, automatically, if something's bad, it's not even going to make the scale. I'm not wasting my time on it. So anything that comes in at a 1 through 3 is good. If it's a 3.25 to 6, it's more good. And then if it's a 6.25 to 9, well, hang on a second. I got to reread this. I wrote this down and I can't even think of it. So 1 through 3 is good. 3.25 to 6 is gooder. 6.25 to 9 is more gooder. And 9.25 to 10 is most goodest. And yes, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's kind of a running joke with my friends in the that bourbon dude Discord. So y'all get to play with it. Anyway, so on the nose, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give that about a 1.5. Yeah, I'm thinking two. Give that a two. So that is a bit what the palate was. It's just that fruity, like I don't want to say meaty like meat, but it's like a just a dense fruit filling, almost like fig, but not quite. That palate is that's just so good. Like at first, it almost makes you want to think of a single malt. Um, I'm gonna have to double check, but I would almost bet they are pot still. It's just got that little something to it. So I want to give the palate a two. Finish, I think I'm gonna give it a three. Maybe 2.5. So now for the value. So Matt got this down at the Total Wine, and they listed as $42.99, and so I think that is a good price for this. So I'm going to give the value a one because that's all I can give it. So that gives me a 7.5, which puts it squarely in the more gooder category. Because I started on one of my previous videos, I kind of started playing with it, with this scoring method, and I just didn't like the way it added up. Like this was a really good whiskey, but like whenever I tried to score it, like using this, it only came out as like a six, and I'm like, a 6 out of 10. That doesn't sound right. So, but then I get to thinking, I keep joking around saying good, gooder, more gooder. Um, but like whenever you apply that and you look at what category those points get it to fall in, it makes more sense. So, and I know this has been a long video, but I've been thinking about this all day and how I'm going to score it. And so I hope it makes sense to y'all. But this was my take on J. Rieger's extra fine Kansas City whiskey, and I hope y'all enjoyed.